It's only been a couple of hours, but it feels good to be back. Steve Rummage in the building, Brian Hall in the booth.
I'm telling you, man, around here, with the way things happen, the way things change on a daily basis, if you're out one day, it feels like a week. Trust me, I know. I like to take multiple days at a time, and when I come back, it's crazy, man. It's crazy.
Just adjusting the sound over here so I can get the YouTube up and running. Nice smooth. Brian Hall in the booth. Brian, what's going on, my man?
It's game day. I mean, guys, it's Wednesday. It's midweek. We're getting ready for a nice Georgia Tech matchup tonight, a nice Clemson matchup this weekend. It's got that weird feeling because, it's Georgia Tech, but at the same time, it's game day, man. And I'm so excited to see us get a win tonight,
Brian,
22.
Are you enjoying yourself? Here's the thing, and I'm gonna make this example. It doesn't necessarily apply to you, but you'll get what I'm saying. I ask all my friends. I ask, asking Jalen all the time, are you enjoying yourself? Are you enjoying the daily, wake up and go do what you do as a fan? Are you enjoying this season? I heard Drew Diener talking this morning about basically the way people are digesting this basketball season. And he said it kind of feels weird. And look, this is me. Of course, he suggested maybe people feel like there's a gray cloud looming, you know what I'm saying? And I want to know what both of you think. Like, are people really enjoying and appreciating? Or is there a funny feeling? Like, I don't feel the gray cloud thing. That could be me, or, that could be my lack of awareness. Are people enjoying the season?
I think so. I think so, man. I mean, when I talk around, when you have conversations right now, people are legitimately, actually, they're enjoying that you're starting to get the nervous tick, where you're looking at brackets, you're looking at who you could,
like the regular, not all the way out there fan is starting to ask questions about the brackets and the tournament and where,
Yeah, I mean, you're starting to watch. You're staying up to watch San Diego State, who sucks, by the way.
There was a lot of that going on. They don't suck, Steve. And don't come in
suck.
here. Don't come in here anymore for the rest of this season talking about any team sucks. They've been playing a full season of basketball. 367 teams, or however many are in Division I and NCAA can beat you any given night. Stop talking about how these teams suck.
Well, San Diego State's trash. But you're staying up.
They're trash for a 1 seed.
No, I just think in general.
No, you said that's like they're a 4 or 5.
They're probably a 5. Yeah, they're probably 5. So, but I'm watching, you watching Illinois, and you're like, man, I don't know if that Illinois team in the second round would be brutal. You're starting to get that where now.
I agree with that part. Everybody,
100%. Yeah.
We're gonna have that conversation.
Yeah, but the point is, like, I'm every night I'm watching ball. Like, I mean, I'm enjoying college basketball in general right now.
Hit the second text if you can while I go to the phone lines. Jason, thanks for joining us on Middays with Marcus Maben. Start us off right.
What's going on, Marcus?
Feeling
Steve,
good.
I tell you what, Marcus, hell yeah, we're enjoying this season. I mean, 2 years ago, Chris Mack coming in, we didn't see this coming. And, when you're enjoying the season of your team, you're enjoying the whole realm of college basketball.
Yeah.
And,
good point.
Very excited about tonight's game. I know we're supposed to win, but, it's what we live for this time of year. And, Steve, if we don't make it to the Final Four and you do come down for
WrestleMania.
Yeah, WrestleMania. We do have to get together, and I'll put you on some places. We talked about it on the post game show the other night.
Yeah. Hey, Jason, absolutely, man. Yeah, if that goes down, you call in that week if that goes down, and you get me together, man. I'd like to know some places. Maybe we can meet up and grab a bite.
That sounds like a plan, my friend.
Cool, man. Appreciate that, Jason.
I appreciate the call. I mean, listen,
I'm serious about that, too. Hey, you got some recommendations?
Right.
I'm down to Tampa. I'll meet up with you.
Don't just throw them out there.
We can meet up and have some lunch and talk Louisville. I'm down with that.
Great points.
Well, his point was exactly what I was making. I agree with him 100%. The thing is every night I'm sitting down watching ball. I'm looking up the schedule. Now, of course, tonight I'm all about Louisville. But, like, last night, I'm like, okay, who plays?
I was all in on Virginia Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Who cares about Virginia Notre Dame?
Right.
There was the sentimental Notre Dame. We busted that team. It would be a big win for Notre Dame to go in Virginia and bust them. You know, how do I compare my win over Virginia to Notre Dame, and what's it going to mean for me in the ACC tournament? And then I started thinking about this, Steve.
Okay.
It's a halfway loser mentality conversation, but halfway I don't care because I want to appreciate. Yesterday we started having a conversation. By the way, people, tell a friend to tell a friend about our cigar idea. 3 cigars, and look, and if you need a fourth, we'll buy them all.
Yeah, we'll take care of the national championship.
Oxmoor Smoke Shop.
Yeah.
Get yourself 3 cigars, and we're gonna celebrate with them together.
That's
okay. So here's the thing. How big is an ACC regular season title to you?
Huge.
How big is an ACC tournament to you? Which one is bigger, right?
Yeah.
And like the reason I ask this question is because I'm starting to eyeball an ACC regular championship, and I'm sitting there yesterday, and I'm like, that would be huge.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as the University of Louisville is in the ACC, it would not be fluky, because this is Mac's second year.
Right.
You know, it won't feel fluky. Like, if he comes in here and he has, his, already put together squad, and, everything's going good, you come in the ACC and steal one, that would feel kind of different. No,
Sure.
His footprint is this team. His style of play is this team. If you take this team, go through a full regular season ACC championship, which we are eyeballing, up 2 games on Florida State and up 1, which is really 1.5.
Yeah.
Tiebreaker Duke. Like, you're on the back stretch to winning an ACC regular season. That means the whole grind of the year. You are the best in this conference, and that is like you will respect us now.
Yeah.
Like, scoot over. I don't know which one of these new seats or these new cubicles are mine in this office, but one of them's mine.
Yeah. Listen, I would take the regular season all day.
Over the tournament?
Yeah, because the regular season means, for one, there's a longevity over the season that you were good, but forget all the sentimental like that. I'm more like the regular season means less losses. Mm-hmm. Like, to win the regular season, that means I only lost a total of, not in conference, I'm saying, just total, but I've only lost 3, 4, 5 games tops. I'll take that over, what if Louisville,
team wins tournament.
Yeah, what if you say Louisville drops 3 of the next 7, 3 or 4 of the next 7, but they're gonna win the ACC as a 4 seed. Well, I mean, no, just give me. They lose 1 of the next 7 and lose an ACC championship game. Okay,
you're the regular season ACC champion.
Yeah, and you lose to Duke in Greensboro in the championship game because the refs screwed you,
which is going to happen.
100%.
Right.
And you're like, all right, whatever. I can do that. All right, let's go to the tournament. 2 seed, where we at? Like, who we playing, where we at? Let's see what's going on.
Do you think the fan base in general goes that way? And Brian, give me your suggestion on that. ACC regular season, ACC tournament champions. Which one would you sign up for quicker?
See, it's tough because you get that trophy at the end of the tournament, but I'm going to say regular season, because the regular season's, to me, like, it's kind of like fantasy football. Fantasy football, whoever wins the regular season is actually the best team because they were the best team over the longest period of time. You can get hot and win a tournament. And don't get me wrong, it's still cool. You're still a champion. But I would say winning the regular season actually proves that you're the better team.
What about
long term?
What about the actual, like, muscle memory of cutting down conference nets? The visual of cutting down conference nets in the tournament. Is that something you think this team would need to, like, experience headed into a NCAA tournament? Just
maybe, because a lot of times, there's.
Do you cut down nets when you win that regular season, like, wherever you're at?
You can.
We finish on the road.
Yeah, right.
Are we gonna be able to cut down that nets?
Probably not.
We should just do it anyway.
Just do it anyway. Just take their nets.
What is Virginia gonna do?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, now we're gonna take these home with us. Y'all don't use these anyways.
You obviously don't use the nets.
Yeah. So at 50 points in 45 minutes
What
last
is
night.
Virginia gonna do with these nets?
No, I look. They're actually
They would tackle us off the rim.
probably.
They would literally like knock the ladder off.
Probably. Listen, there's some teams like that 2013 team that was like, we're not cutting down any nets until we get to the championship because that's our expectation. But that team was coming off a Final Four.
A Final Four, yeah. They
Coming
already
off
had way bigger.
Two Big East champions, you know what I'm saying? Like so this team, it actually may be good for them to say, no, because this team seems to thrive off collecting crowns, like road kills and stuff. So, I mean, this team may say, oh, yeah, we're collecting the nets. We're going to collect one in the ACC tournament. We're going to collect one in Indy or Houston or wherever we're at. And then we're going to collect one in Atlanta. So,
Tony already said we aren't beating, I'm assuming you're saying, what you told me about him going to his bench and saying they're not winning, they're not going to beat us at home.
yeah, probably, yeah. I mean, they're going to be locked in for that one.
Better chance. Syracuse. I can't even compare it to anybody else. You pretty much figure Florida State is a tough road loss, or the tough one left.
Yeah, it's definitely your toughest game left. Yeah, in Tallahassee. I mean, you have two road. I mean, this is how quick. Listen, I told you this last night. We got 7 games. Hey, Brian, check this out. We've got 7 games left in the season. Do you know what game was 7 games ago?
What game? What?
Just guess. What game was 7 games ago?
We only got 7. Talking about how quick the tournament's going to be here. We have 7 games left in the year. Do you know what was 7 games ago? I had to look it up.
This is going to knock your socks off.
Hang on.
No. Just what do you think? What comes to mind?
Second game against Pittsburgh.
Duke.
7 games ago?
Was 7 games ago.
No
way. That's how it blew me away. I'm counting back.
Yeah, I was trying to think of one of the first.
He was
ACC
telling me
games
that
we played.
on the phone last night. Duke was 7 games ago.
I know. I'm walking around my son's room and I'm
That
seeing
was-
the poster and I'm counting back.
Duke
and I'm
was
like,
last
oh,
week.
That's what it feels like. You're like, we just played Duke yesterday.
Monday of last week
I know.
at the match.
And it's like that's how quick 7 games will come and go. When I say this, look,
We've gotten better since Duke.
oh yeah. But when I say you're gonna play, you play 2 road games this week: Georgia Tech, Clemson. Next week, Syracuse, North Carolina. Monday of the week after, Florida State.
Well, think about it. This time next week, we'll have played 3 more games.
I know. That's crazy.
About after.
We'll be
after
getting
this.
ready
Yeah,
for our 3rd game. Yeah. But you're right. I mean, it'll be game 3 game day. That's what I'm saying. And then with that quick turnaround with North Carolina, Florida State, it's seasons. At that point, you're waiting for that next Sunday for Senior Day, which is going to be a big senior night this year because I think people are really going to be getting out to because you're going to. We talked about it yesterday. You're going to get Dwayne Sutton, Ryan McMahon, all these. What the?
Steve, your toilet humor. You like start focusing on the show.
Send that to me.
Send
that to Brian.
Send
that to Brian right now.
What team don't you want to see in the ACC tournament the most?
Duke. I mean, I know that's the obvious answer, but Brian.
It's not funny.
What are they saying?
No,
He's sending you something.
Steve is just being.
Listen.
All right, I got it.
Duke for sure because no, don't play it.
Well, I got whatever it is you sent me. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Because Duke and Greensboro, I just think you're just gonna. They're not letting you go to Greensboro and beat Duke, so you need Duke.
Somebody else has to get them.
But let's take Duke out of it, and let's say who do you not want in the upper half of that bracket? Kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, out of
yeah
the
like who
Middle
could get
Earth,
you
yeah.
early? Who could get you on Thursday or Friday? And I'm sorry, that's so stupid.
Go ahead.
You guys know it. I just saw it. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're all.
So stupid. So, anyways, that's
Who don't you like? Who don't you like to see? Who's a bad matchup? Are you still worried about Pittsburgh?
I was thinking maybe Pittsburgh.
Texters 38
Yeah.
31 93 9 or callers 815-0939. What team do you feel like is like just a bad matchup for Louisville? And we're talking tournament time. And again, we'll go through the users. Actually, I'll start naming teams, and you give me your yes or no or maybe. Notre Dame.
No. I think we'd be all right with Notre Dame.
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, I would prefer not to play.
North Carolina State.
They don't really bother me.
Clemson.
No, I think they're terrible.
Miami.
No, I wouldn't care about them.
Virginia.
Yeah, still don't want to play Virginia.
Virginia Tech.
No, I don't care about them.
Wake Forest.
Don't care about them.
Georgia Tech.
Not at all.
Syracuse.
I don't think so.
North Carolina.
Don't want to play them in Greensboro. Yeah, do not want to play them there. Because, listen, they're all in for Greensboro now. You can't, there's nothing they can do in the regular season that puts them in the tournament.
Right.
You have to win the conference tournament.
Did I miss anybody?
I mean, nobody from that will be up there. I mean, Florida State and Duke, those teams.
Yeah.
will be
We
down.
went
Boston
outside.
College.
Oh, I missed Boston College.
Yeah.
What's your answer to Boston College?
No, they don't bother me. But North Carolina, here's the thing. If you caught North Carolina on Friday, here's the problem. Carolina has already won 2 games. I'm saying if you assuming you're playing them on Friday
because you have a double bye.
They've already won 2 games. You're playing them on Friday night. They have a top 10 pick in Cole Anthony. They have a Hall of Fame coach in Roy Williams. They are now 2 games away from making the NCAA tournament. In Greensboro. And Duke's on the other side.
And good. Can you imagine the powers that be, what they would do to get Carolina into the tournament?
The ACC powers that be. They may make one phone call from the top, like, we're going to need
Carolina wins.
Carolina got to win.
Because that means now you're going to guarantee 4 in the tournament.
Yeah. I mean, so I don't really. But yeah, probably Pitt. Not a big fan of playing them again. Not a big fan of playing North Carolina.
I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm scared of Pitt anymore.
Oh, I'm not scared of anybody.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, with this team, I mean, the potential's there for us to just roll every team you named, like by 20 if we want to. But if I had to choose who I would rather not play, like that would be it. That Syracuse game next week still.
Even though Coach Crum has schooled Coach Mack on Syracuse?
Listen, don't play about that because my anxiety level went down 15 notches when I heard that.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah.
You want to refresh that for people? Did you play it yesterday?
No.
Oh, it came
happened
on
after because let me refresh it for you real quick. During the show, Brian was talking about how he said that North Carolina game worries him next week because he's like, man, they're full strength, whatever. And I'm like, I was like, the way you feel about Carolina, I feel about Syracuse, because I said I think Carolina's done. I mean, you watched them last night; they got pummeled by Wake Forest last night. Like, I think they're done, but I was like, Syracuse worries me.
I'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Yesterday, Coach Crum was asked about with that photograph or in the little video of him talking to Coach Mack. Oh, I'm sorry, Coach Mack was asked about that, right? Mm-hmm. And Coach Mack says, Coach Crum asked me for 5 minutes so he could kind of go over how to attack the Jim Boeheim's zone. What do we bust? How many times have we busted them at number 1 in the country?
Oh, Rick owned them. I mean, Rick owned them.
I think we.
Yeah. No, they did. Yeah.
No. I think. Oh, yeah. You know why I remember that? Because I had a double page spread in Sports Illustrated.
After we rolled them out.
Yeah, after we beat them when they were number
Fair
one.
enough.
Yeah, because I had a double.
I remember that.
Did you hear me, Steve?
I had my picture in the Courier once.
I said I had a double page spread in the Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, right. That's pretty cool. I was on the front page of the Courier.
Steve, can you imagine how irritating I was when I saw that?
Oh gosh,
I was so lame.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna bring you back later. I got a segment.
Listen.
So enjoy this one.
What about the accidentally leaving it on the coffee table?
In every room.
It was the worst.
Why did Marcus order everybody Sports Illustrated? I don't even have a subscription.
You open my trunk, it's got like 800 Sports Illustrated. Oh man, hey, man, go to my trunk real quick and grab that shoelace. Oh yeah, it's under a couple books.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's funny.
So
strong though. But yeah,
Coach,
to your point, man.
Coach Mack is asked about what he wanted to say. He said goes through the zone offense, which is a good thing. And the reason I think it especially bothered him is because you, I, and I'm sure Brian and everybody else would agree.
Yep.
Last year's Syracuse game, after watching that one, the next day in conversation was like, okay, moving forward,
you may not beat them.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to acknowledge that the Syracuse zone, like get used to it. Like that's how we felt.
Mm-hmm.
Like we weren't even mad. We were just like, you didn't attack that with.
Oh, we were at Applebee's, and it didn't take me long. I was like, I'm ready to eat. I was like, they can't beat them. I mean, you can see right now they're lost. Yeah, they don't know what they're doing.
And I'm sure if Coach Crum saw that, it stuck in his brain.
Yeah,
like, listen, it's tough to know something and know you can help and love your team and love your school and not overstep your boundary.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for him to just say, listen, dude, if there's one thing I can do to help, just for my own sanity, Coach, give me 5 minutes and let me tell you what you need to look for in the Syracuse. Yeah, because like I said, coaches don't coach other coaches. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Unless asked to.
Sure.
But coaches don't say, hey, coach, let me help you with something.
Absolutely.
They just don't do that. It doesn't happen. But I guess Coach Crum had the same feeling like we had. Like, we have to have a different approach to the zone.
Yeah.
And then later on, it was kind of relayed to Coach. He was asked the question. So Coach, you do you feel like you were pretty good at attacking Coach Boeheim's zone, right? And Coach Crum responds, well, they say Coach Crum kind of gives a look like you really asking me that? You know what I'm saying? And his response, Coach Crum's response to that question about being able to attack Coach Boeheim's zone, he says, well, I would think I know how to attack any zone. Then he says, he follows up with, what do you think I've been doing with my entire life? I've been attacking zones for the last 40 years. That's why we make a joke. Not even a joke. That's why we emphasize when you say Coach Mack is 50 years old, you know what I'm saying? You have to acknowledge that these other coaches that we talk about, how he can't beat this guy, can't beat this guy, they've been coaching basketball for over half of Coach Mack's life.
Yeah.
They've been coaching basketball for over half of the time. Like coaching college adult, or young men longer than half of the time Coach Mack has been on the planet. Let that give you some perspective.
Yeah.
When you criticize the way Cal had his guys a little bit, ready for this game, or you know what I'm saying, or Coach, Coach K got Zion Williamson to lock in and make a big comeback. It's like, dude, it's a lot of experience this guy's coaching against.
I know.
My goodness, just people who have seen so much more, and they've seen this movie a million times more than you have.
I said that a little bit yesterday. I mean, next week he plays 2 Hall of Famers. That's
Yeah,
pretty intense, man. I mean, in 1 week of basketball.
Reggie, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Hey, fellas, man. I can't lie. When I used to play, when we used to play Syracuse, when Rick was coaching, I didn't worry. I was not worried. I was like, dude, easy game, easy money. I know we're gonna beat them. Even when we played them that year in the BD championship game and they went up 20, I still wasn't worried. I was like, look, it's okay. We're gonna come back. We're gonna make a run. I think Coach Mack will eventually, adjust to attacking the zone. Now, you have multiple players you can throw in the middle. You can throw Noah there, you can throw Sutton there, you can throw Williamson there. You can have Enoch come there. But the important key that we had when Rick was there was Gorgie and Hurl and Shane would come to that middle. Our big man would come to that middle instead of throwing our wings in the middle. Gorgie could come to that middle, and he could knock down that 15-footer.
Right.
And he was a great passer. So Syracuse had to respect that. So I think eventually, we on a 2-game losing streak with Syracuse. I think we'll be fine, fellas. I think we'll be fine. Have a good day.
No, Reggie, listen, I appreciate you calling in. Here's the other thing, too. When you talk about styles, you hear Coach Mack say this a lot. I want the players to have ownership of their own team, right?
Yeah.
And when you give that kind of leadway, you're basically saying, I want to teach you to think for yourself.
Right.
I want to teach you to be physically tough enough to make a play, to force a play, you know what I'm saying, to figure out something in game. Like, looking over to me to micromanage every possession is going to get you beat. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And, like, your development as a basketball player moving forward, like, he tries to put in a player what Terry Rozier had.
Yeah.
Terry Rozier had a lot of figured out.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it was one of those things, like, we didn't know where he
you would watch him through a game, you were like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, listen, Terry Rozier, he decided I don't need the screens. I mean, I'll learn how to use the screen, but I'm not going to need it because I'm not going to lose. Like, I'm going to figure out how to win in this game. He was one of the kind of guys, like, don't waste your time talking to me, coach. Like,
he's one of the most underrated players we've had, especially in the Rick tenure.
Right,
man.
right.
God, he was awesome.
So Mac I think he tries to breed that attitude.
Yeah.
A little more than technical,
I agree.
Teach you technical things.
I agree 100%.
And here's the thing. Against Syracuse, you almost have to, I'm always complimentary of David Johnson because on a basketball court, he uses more peripheral defensive reading than looking at the man.
Yep.
Right? Like, on a pick and roll, most offensive players are looking at the defensive player's body, so, I'll know how to attack you to get around you. And then when I get around you, okay, there's some help coming, can I score or should I look for somebody to pass it to?
Yep.
David Johnson looks past his man and doesn't even look at who's, guarding the neck. He's looking at the help.
Yep.
And he's reading one key help guy on every possession, right? Unless he just, is going like ISO 101.
Sure.
Then he's not really reading the defense. But against Syracuse, you almost have to be like that, like the David Johnson. Like, you got to make the decision kind of has to be made, before you start moving, Like, you got to know where everybody is and where's the open spot. And the more guys start reading, where the help should be. And the offensive guy, I should know to be there because, the help is coming there. You almost got to attack it with a zone, with the shared mentality versus individual, talent. So,
which is why I think David Johnson will find himself at the free throw line in that game.
I'm gonna like his rebounding as well.
Yeah.
Why are we talking?
I know.
About Syracuse?
We're breaking Syracuse.
Are you kidding me? Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maven. 8150 93.9 is the number on 93.9 The Ville.
Results may vary. See website for details. 2020 is here, and so is finally having 2020 vision. Now is the time to get your free LASIK exam at Jaffe LASIK to see if LASIK is right for you. LASIK can be a life changer, literally giving you 2020 vision in minutes. Don't wait any longer because it's by far the best time to see if LASIK can work for you. That's right. If you're looking for LASIK in Louisville, Jaffe Custom LASIK has advanced custom LASIK technology. And now for the best price of just $295 per eye. Jaffe is the choice for fast, easy, and affordable LASIK. Jaffe LASIK can correct nearsightedness, farsightedness, and astigmatism. And now for the best price of just $295 per eye in Louisville. Start your 2020 with 2020 vision. Schedule your free LASIK exam today to see if LASIK is right for you. Dial ** 2020 or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Call and schedule your free LASIK exam. Just dial ** 2020 on your mobile phone now or visit JaffeLASIK.com. Dial ** 2020. The exam is absolutely free. Just dial ** 2020 on your mobile phone now. That's ** 2020. Dial ** 2020.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maven or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
The renovations are over, and Caesars Southern Indiana is now open and better than ever. You heard me right. The new $90 million casino is open and features all your betting favorites, including bars, lounges, and a sports book for on-site betting. Whether it's game day or post time, watch all the action on large screen TVs and enjoy your favorite sports with friends in our fan caves. Come for the sports and stay for a betting experience like never before. It's all happening today at Caesars Southern Indiana.
After putting just over 100,000 miles on my old Acura, I couldn't resist the urge and the design of a new one at Neil Huffman Acura at Oxmoor. The 2019 TLX impressed me with the design, the technology, and the low cost of ownership, just like the entire Acura line. And just like my first purchase from Neil Huffman Acura at Oxmoor 5 years ago, the process was easy. I'll get 2 years of maintenance, and I can rest easy with 50 years of Neil Huffman dealership experience behind me. So visit the team over at Acura or online at neilhuffman.com.
Check out Louisville Sports Live, the city's longest-running all-U of L sports talk show, every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, right here on 93.9 The Ville. Check us out daily at LouisvilleSportsLive.net. Follow us on Twitter at Lville Sports without an O Live. All the best local and national guests every Wednesday at 6 o'clock right here on 93.9 The Ville.
Tonight, it's a Big East battle when Xavier takes on Butler. Hi, this is Brad Heller of Westwood One. Join Jason Benetti and John Crispin live from historic Hinkle Fieldhouse for all the action. Can the Musketeers beat the Bulldogs for a fifth time in their last 6 meetings? Or will Butler defend home court and get a huge conference win? Tune in to find out. If it's NCAA basketball, it's right here.
Coverage begins tonight at 6:15 on ESPN 680 and 105.7.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A+ Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Why why does Cupid use a bow and arrow? I mean, if he really wanted people to fall in love, he'd be shooting them with a heart-shaped pizza from Papa John's. It has melty cheese and one topping on a crispy heart-shaped crust. And you can get it with a brownie for just $16. Well, let's see a flying half-naked baby compete with that. Try the heart-shaped pizza and a brownie this Valentine's Day. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Not valid with discounts, fees, and taxes. Extra prices may vary.
Hey U of L fans, this is Zach here from Great Flow Brewing Company. I'm happy to announce that our new restaurant out on Shelbyville Road is now open and ready for business. We hope you can stop by for lunch after 11 and for our happy hours from 2 to 6. We also offer late night menu with nice specials. Hope to see you out there soon. Go Cards.
Thinking of going to the big game or concert? Well, head over to GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com. Save money on fees today so you have more for that beer tomorrow. GuyOnTheCornerTickets.com.
Is your bedroom, sunroom, or room over the garage too hot in the summer, maybe too cold in the winter? BJ Heating and Cooling, your local factory authorized Bryant dealer, has teamed up with Bryant Ductless Equipment, whatever it takes to make that room enjoyable again. Bryant mini splits are quiet, efficient, and avoid the installation of bulky ductwork. Give BJ Heating and Cooling a call today to schedule your free estimate and get 0% financing for 3 years with approved credit. Call the experts you can trust at BJ Heating and Cooling.
Yeah, it's that good Farno's pizza.
This Valentine's Day, pile on the love with a Barano's heart-shaped pizza. Now through February 14th, you can get your favorite Barano's style pizza shaped like a heart. Nothing else says love like a Barano's heart-shaped pizza.
Yeah, it's that good Farno's pizza. Yeah, it's that good.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Listening to Middays with Marcus Maben, broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station.
It's like the big man, James Harden. If you'll let me rotate completely, I'll score on anybody.
I don't think this is good to say on air, but it's like, yeah, Georgia Tech, you played ridiculous.
Listen. You're at the point now that I think it is okay to start holding this team to some accountability. I'm never the guy that's like, well, you got to go win by 100 tonight and Saturday. But I shouldn't be pacing around my home tonight, throwing things.
Right.
You know, like this should be a game where I'm like, okay, all right, let's good game.
By the way, people, boy, they pitched David too. You remember that?
Yeah.
That was the first time we saw David Johnson look human when Big Boy blocked his shot. By the way, people, to remind you, I guess I will be on 680 and 93.9 for the pregame show. That should be starting at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Actually, also, I really appreciate the response and the messages to the videos I posted on Made for the Ville.
Very, very good.
Yeah, just some nice little breakdowns. Yeah. Again, my sound quality will get a little better. I was at home. I was trying to decide if I need to go into the closet to have good sound quality, or go into the washroom.
Yeah.
So if you hear one of them is real echoey, and one of them sounds decent.
I the thought of you sitting alone in a dark closet, breaking down Darius Perry,
just so it sounds better for the people,
is better, because like I can see you like in like just a war room,
right?
Like I'm in this closet, alone. No one's home. I don't know why I had to go in the closet. Nobody's home.
yesterday, you know what I did? Yeah, and again, like the videos. Please subscribe to
They
the
were
channel.
good, man.
Yeah. Like I said, they'll get much better. I realized I can't because I use the video. You know, you can't benefit off of it really, other than likes and subscribers. But that's worth it because like I said, people enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. You know, yesterday, Steve, I went into my extra room. You know what I'm saying, to record. My extra room. One of my walls has a green screen over the entire wall.
Yeah.
I went into that room.
I walked it. Let me. Hey, listen, Brian. Let me say this. I'm at Marcus's house. Okay. I walk in and here's the thing. Believe it or not, as much as me and Marcus talk on the phone and we or go out to eat together and stuff, we really don't go to each other's homes very often. I don't think he's ever been to my new house, and I've only been to his maybe twice. And I know where he lives. I get it. Like, your home's your sanctuary. I don't like hey, man, come over. You want to come over?
What you doing?
Yeah, cool. So I'm over Maven's house, right? He got a real nice place and stuff. So I'm walking around, and he's very clean. You know what I'm saying and stuff. So he's like, hey, there was a reason, because I can't remember. I cannot, I'd be making it up, but I know I don't just walk in rooms without being asked to grab something. So he told me to grab something out of this room. I walk in this room. There's a bed, 2 stage lights, a camera tripod, and a green screen. I was like, cool.
What happens in here?
Yes, ladies.
Yeah.
Welcome to Midnight with Marcus Maven.
There was.
Come right in.
You can green screen first, and then make your way over. I mean, I'm talking lights with the big things behind them, like studio
the umbrella
lights.
things.
Yeah. I was like, what is this?
My production house.
I know. I was like, why is there a bed in here, man? So anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there when he talks about his extra room.
That's why I'm not married.
Yeah, remember that.
No, but seriously, the sound is quality. The green screen makes me look like a crazy psychopath person. But
fair enough.
But the videos will be. That was a charge too, David. I'm sitting here. I'm trying not to become distracted. Oh, I was gonna ask the hypothetical, Steve, and we just totally lost the train of thought. We went right off the rails. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Talking about Georgia Tech. Talking about David last time.
That was the first time we saw David look.
He's in the bedroom.
Yeah, I know. That one just totally threw me off rails. You said something interesting a little bit. Holding to expectations. What? Elaborate when you say it's okay to start holding them to.
Holding them to the expectation of.
Hit this top text too. Maybe they're helping me out.
Yeah. You're not gonna get that right now, but
right. Just leave it up there.
Yeah, it pop up in a second. Boogie night, maybe. I like that.
Right.
I like that. No, but just holding them to the expectation of I should be able to be comfort in knowing my Wednesday night is not going to bring me a ton of anxiety playing Georgia Tech at Georgia Tech. And I am total Mr. There are teams that can jump up in the ACC. It's still the ACC, and you're still Louisville, and you're going to take a lot of their best shots. But I shouldn't have to do it every game. And you guys are winning game. I'm watching y'all beat Virginia the way you did with the way they played. Louisville beats anybody else, not named Florida State or Duke, by 40 the other day.
With the Virginia effort?
With the way Virginia played. So if you guys
by the way Virginia played, okay.
Yeah, so if you guys consistently come out and you say, okay, man, you're playing awesome in these, but then you come out tonight and Georgia Tech's just hanging around. At some point, I'm going to stop saying, well, it's because you're taking everybody's best shot, and I'm going to start saying, well, it's because you're playing. I told you last night, my cousin said they're playing with their food, and I'm going to start accusing you of that.
Right.
And that's what gets you beat early in the tournament. Can't do that. So I need to
Are
see.
they getting better at keeping their foot on the gas for extended periods?
I think so.
Are we just learning that ACC coaches and ACC players are going to make runs?
Yeah, I think so.
But it's more to do with the other teams than Louisville, because sometimes you used to feel like Louisville was literally letting up off the gas, or they were changing their style of play, right?
50 Shades of Maven.
No doubt. Texas says over here, look, over there, a low key being a fake model agent.
Yeah.
Rummage had no idea.
That's fair enough. And I appreciate that your mind went to model agent. That's not where my mind went.
Right? That's where it starts. I can do wonders for your career.
Yeah. But yes, teams do go on runs, and that's okay. But you should, and Georgia Tech, like I said, Georgia Tech worries me more than
because they got nothing to lose as well.
Right.
Like
the regular season is their tournament.
I was explaining to somebody, Georgia Tech, if they have any talent or if they have anybody that's thinking about making the jump to the NBA, their NBA scouts are coming, there to this game.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last time that Georgia Tech is going to have opportunities to play in front of NBA scouts. Because if the NBA scout wants to know about anything on the Georgia Tech team, he has to go to the Louisville game.
Right. So I'm thinking, it can be a game, but it's just okay. If I'm talking national championship, I shouldn't have a problem beating Georgia Tech.
Okay, did Coach Mack? Let me ask you this: did Coach Mack sound like to you yesterday that he is beginning to trust the team? Because there's always a faux intensity, a faux buildup, a faux fear, and sometimes it's a true fear. Again, these coaches, I'm saying faux like it doesn't exist, but when you know your team has something, you don't have to sell job on how good a team is. You watch the film and you believe it. Did he feel like he was a little less, on edge for this one?
I think so. By the way, I've been saying this all week, and going from the Instagrams, they did get a hotel just looking straight at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Just looking straight at it.
You think that was the only hotel that was available?
No, I think it's strategic. I think they went. He probably sent people down there.
You think he purposely got that side of the building?
I guarantee it. I said he was going to remember the Titans, wake them up, and jog them over to the stadium at 5 a.m. But this is close. Like, y'all are going to, every time you look out the window, right there in the skyline. I mean, it's perfect.
Go to your rooms and write a one-page essay on what it's going to take to get here with your basketball team.
Yeah.
And I want them all by dinner.
Yeah. Like, or I would say go and look out that window and write what you see. Because I would be like, I want to see where you're there was WWE does this thing called Tough Enough, right? Or they used to, where like they take aspiring wrestlers and you could win a WWE contract. A lot of them had wrestling history. So, anyway, Stone Cold Steve Austin was the host.
Okay.
And he's like, where, he's hardcore in this thing. I mean, he's killing people, dude. Just,
You don't have enough? Like,
so the bottom three, he said, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And or something like that. And they're like, well, this, and this, and they're, or he said, what do you see? Why? Oh, that's what he said. He said, like, what do you see yourself as? And they're, this. He gets done. He's like, not one of you three said a WWE superstar. And he's like, get out. You know what I mean? Like, y'all get out. Because they're like, well, I'm a passionate, driven, and stuff. And he's like, not one of you said WWE. So I would almost like to see Coach Mack say, who looks out that window and is like,
well, like you said, tell me what you see.
What you see out the window.
Don't let me set it up.
And just somebody just be like, I want to see who just says a national championship, man. You know what I mean? Like that's what I want, and like, okay, now we can start separating who, you know what I mean? My team right here. Serious.
Chris, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
Hey, Marcus, Steve, how you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, first of all, Steve and Brian, good job holding the show down yesterday. Good
Thank
to have
you.
you back, Marcus.
Appreciate
Good
that,
to be
man.
back.
Thank you.
Now, Steve, I feel you. I feel you on the anxiety they give us, but I think that we are built just like the Virginia team that won it last year.
Mhm.
They didn't blow people out. They
That's
just
true.
steadily beat people, and I think that's who we are. I think we just steadily beat people. We want people to be blown out, but we just take care of our business and we just go at our pace. And then I got a question for Marcus.
Mhm.
When you played, was there a visiting gym that you just couldn't wait to get to because you just shot the lights out there?
Yeah. Actually, I appreciate the call, Chris. Let me address your first comment first. Your first comment. Defensively, this could be what you see. Coach Mack plays the numbers, make you shoot tough shots over the top, right? When you push a team and make them shoot those tough jump shots over the course of an entire game, when they're fresh and healthy, that's an easy shot.
Mm-hmm.
A dribble, pull up over Ryan, Fresh, Darius. It's an easy shot.
Yeah.
It just is. It's such an easier shot. Late game, tightness, pressure,
Yeah.
fatigue. That's when a team start breaking down on that 2 dribble pull up. The shots he forces you to take are easy shots early. The reason when guys go to the basket and they say, whatever you do, like try everything in your ability not to foul somebody. You know what I'm saying? Making them quote unquote work. I mean, it looks like an easy shot, but it's still kind of a mentally challenging shot to stay focused for an entire game like that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you see him pulling away down the stretch, you know what I'm saying? Because you get you get those rebounds, those tough rebounds. By the end of the game, teams aren't rebounding against you, and then now the end of the game anxieties make those shots that were easy earlier. So I think there is a little bit of the way the defense kind of plays the numbers over the course of a game makes it look like
Sure.
a different a different style. The other thing, and this sucks because it's such a crappy gym. Chris, one of the gyms that I loved going to was Tulane, and they had this crappy little small gym, little high school gym, right?
Mm-hmm.
But down in New Orleans, it was always warm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's warm down there. I think I went to a high school AAU, big tournament down there too. And I set a Conference USA record
Of course
by going 10 for 10.
Yeah.
I think somebody ripped that record to shreds like the next year though.
Sure.
But some big man went like 17 for 17 or something. It's like, ugh. But Tulane warm gym, and we pressed under Coach Crum. We pressed a lot. So imagine a high school gym. Like imagine the last gym you were in, and watch a team that looks like, Oak Hill coming in there and pressing your team full court for an entire game. It just looks funny. A 6'4" Maben, a 6'7" Nate Johnson, a 6'8" Tony Williams, 6'10", like it made the gym feel so like we covered so much ground. I really like being in those.
Yeah,
the smaller the gym felt, the taller.
Spencer County High School, man.
Just one of them tight.
It was awesome, dude. It was awesome. There were probably 10 rows tops.
Max.
It was just, and this dude, it was Spencer County, and these dudes, this family.
You have a disdain on your face, Steve. What is that coming from?
Oh, they were just and it wasn't even like terrible that it's so much disdain. It was just, man, they had nothing to do but to pack that gym when Bullet East or Bullet Central came to town, and it was just like, you suck, and you're
furious.
But the 60-year-old man is standing next to you screaming that. I'm like, excuse me. 42, you're fat. Like, okay, what?
Ben, thanks for joining us on 93.9 Fire Away.
Hey, guys. I'm a first-time caller, a long-time listener. I love your all show.
Appreciate the call.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, I need some advice. I'm kind of in a situation where I'm a long-time diehard Cards fan, married into a UK family. So No, I went to a few games with her to football games, basketball games, whatnot. But she's her family's actually invited me to go to the SEC tournament in Nashville. Now, do I need to take that medicine and just deal with it? Or what do you all think I should do? Because I'm going to be there. Wanting to watch the U of L game and all that. So I just kind of want to get y'all's perspective on what should I do.
Listen, Ben.
Appreciate the call.
Here's what you do. If you love sports, okay, it's a two-parter here. If you love sports and you have the opportunity to go to a conference tournament like the SEC tournament, you absolutely go.
And don't wear anything Louisville.
No, but here's the thing. You're not going to ever have any more fun than watching those dudes leave after getting busted in like the semifinals, thinking we're going to win the whole thing when we come down here to Nashville, Tennessee.
With same-day pickup and delivery, you know who really loves fresh food? Amateur chefs, salad lovers, barbecuers, smorgasborders, hors d'oeuvres, fondue and flambeurs, midnight snackers, brown baggers, bakers, and throw it in the microwavers. At Kroger, you can get all the fresh you want at a great price with same-day pickup and delivery. Because we believe in fresh for everyone.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A-plus Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call. Great job, Steve. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Genesis Diamonds makes Valentine's more romantic than ever this year with a spectacular offer. Just spend as little as $199 on a fabulous piece of jewelry, and we'll give you fresh cut flowers, a box of chocolate, and a fabulous dinner absolutely free. This is an offer only Genesis Diamonds can make. Just buy any jewelry for $199 or more, and we'll give you some fresh cut flowers from Nan's and Craft Florists, a box of chocolates, and a gift card for her dinner at Louisville's exquisite French restaurant Brasserie Provence on Hurstbourne Parkway. Voted best dinner spot, and you're going to love the collection of affordable Valentine's gifts we've put together. Rings, earrings, pendants, bracelets, bands, all the gifts women love. Make Valentine's one to remember this year with one-stop shopping. Pick out that perfect gift at Genesis Diamonds. Spend as little as $199, and we'll give you the flowers, the chocolates, and the Brasserie Provence gift card at no charge. Our treat. Genesis Diamonds, where Louisville gets engaged. Shelbyville Road Plaza next to Trader Joe's. Supplies limited. See store for details.
At Which they believe that a great sandwich has the power to make any day better. Which has launched their new favorites menu, including clubs with top-quality grilled and breaded chicken, plus new shakes, including birthday cake, the famous Courtney's Cookie, and yellow M&M shakes. 2 area locations, 221 South Hurstburn Parkway and Old Brownsboro Crossing. Mention ESPN, you'll get a large build-your-own Which for just $6.80. Order online or download the new app. Which, superior sandwiches.
Hey, Cards fans. Zach here, one of the owners of Great Flood Brewing Company. I'm pleased to announce that our new restaurant at 12717 Shelbyville Road in the Old Wicks is now serving beer, a full menu food, wine, and liquor. We hope you can come out to watch the next Uville basketball game with fellow fans and cheer us right along as we get to the meat of the ACC schedule. We open at 11 a.m. every day with happy hours from 2 to 6 p.m. Hope to see you there.
We are ESPN Louisville. Download the ESPN Louisville app today.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you're ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
How much fun can you expect from the 2020 Polar Plunge? Well, here's some reviews from last year's event. The Louisville Polar Plunge, Saturday, February 22nd at the Texas Roadhouse in Middletown. All proceeds benefit Special Olympics Kentucky. For more information, visit LouisvillePlunge.com.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Time now for an ESPN Louisville Sports Center update.
Good morning, I'm Brian Hull. The Sports Center update brought to you by UPS Jobs. Graduate debt-free. Apply today at upsjobs.com. The number 5 ranked Louisville men's basketball team looks to get its 22nd win of the year tonight as they travel to Georgia Tech. Chris Mack previewed that game yesterday with the media.
You know, they do a really good job. Their guards control the game or try to control the game. I think DeVoe and Alvarado are as good as any guards in our league. Obviously, Banks does a great job of protecting the rim with his size, and he has the ability to finish around the basket. So, you know, they're a big challenge. We'll see how far we've come since we played them the last time.
That game is set to tip off tonight at 8 p.m. in Atlanta, and you can catch it on the ACC Network for TV. Be sure to catch our pregame coverage with Steve Rummage and Marcus Maben starting around 7 p.m. on all ESPN Louisville formats, as well as the postgame show immediately following the game. The number 12 ranked Kentucky Wildcats improved to 19-5 on the year with a 78-64 win against Vanderbilt last night. Tyrese Maxey led the way for the Cats with 25 points and 4 rebounds. And up next for Kentucky is a home matchup against Ole Miss on Saturday at 2 p.m. And you'll be able to catch that on ESPN. The number 1 ranked Louisville baseball team opens their season Friday with a 3-game series against Ole Miss. And don't forget, we are your home for Louisville baseball all season, so you'll be able to catch every game right here on 93.9 The Ville. And last but certainly not least, in college football news, Colorado head coach Mel Tucker is taking over for Mark D'Antoni after he stepped down at Michigan State last week. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marcus Maben is next. This is Sports Center.
This is Marcus Maben, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
There's no way that's real, right?
No.
Brian Hall, I need you to go to your Twitter immediately because I I can't even continue a show until we get your opinion on this. On if this is real or fake. Open your
All right, I'm
Twitter.
on my Twitter.
Okay, go to your inbox and tell me, is this real or fake? Okay, watch the entire video.
There's no way. I mean, there's no way.
What did that kid just do?
There's no way that kid got if that kid got crossed, he set the whole white race back 25, 30 years in basketball. If that's real.
This can't be
I
real.
refuse
slap
to,
at the ball.
listen,
and
I
when
refuse
he
to believe
does,
that.
it almost looks like he's gonna get tough with the guy. He's like, "What's up? What's up?"
Yeah.
And then the dude just shakes him.
Yeah, I refuse
Like
to,
Twitter.
I refuse to believe that.
Listen, Twitter Army. I need you to go to
I'm,
type in.
I'm standing up for my delegation on this one.
Type in.
That's no
Follow.
way.
Listen, go
There's
to
no way that's
Twitter
real.
and follow me. I just put a video out on the wall, and I need y'all to know.
Yeah.
I need to know that can't be real. that Lily, is that real?
It can't be. It can't be.
I think it looks pretty real. Pretty embarrassing for us though.
No, for us. I like how you said that. For us.
That kid.
We're all hurting after that one. Yeah, that's brutal.
But wait a minute. Is the kid the crosser is Asian?
100%.
He's Asian?
100%.
That's unreal.
There's no what?
People, this kid takes a swipe at the basketball.
Where's
right?
Dave Chappelle when we need him?
This kid takes a swipe at a basketball, and he does it kind of in a way like come on, what you got? Like real challenging.
Yeah.
And his chest is out, and he bucks up, and the guy takes a step back, and he just hits him with a crossover, and the dude just okay. You remember how Forrest Gump used to move when he still had the stilts on? Like it looked like like that kind of that level of
I propose a trade.
Texter says, "Oh my God! Wait, OMG! His lower body just crumbled." Yeah. I don't know what just happened. Okay, since we got Lily right there,
fair enough.
We might as well do this at the starting hour.
By the way, Lily running the boards. Nice to have you in there.
Nice to be here.
I'm sorry, but Lily, I asked you a question before the show started to give you time to prepare. Just so you wouldn't be, concentrating on too many things at one time. I asked Steve the question, so we're all we had some time to think about it. Texters 3831-939. Callers, feel free to jump into this conversation. This is a Marcus Maben conversation. It's not a sports-related conversation. So listen, this is just life. Sometimes life needs answers.
By the way, real quick, let me say this. North Carolina game, they did announce, is at 4 o'clock.
Who's the ref?
Well, that's not determined yet.
We're going to have to talk about that thing, too. Okay.
Yeah.
And spread. Okay.
Yeah, so I know people.
Okay, yeah, listen, when we come back, we're going to talk spread. We're going to talk about an officiating thing that happened that we may have to follow up as the University of Louisville and, follow up this president. But here's the thing. The question is as follows. Everybody is basically on social media. We would agree with that, right?
Yes.
Now, there's the rare, occasions where guys just have to detox and I'm not on social media at all. But pretty much anybody, and people in relationships are on social media. We're going to say social media is reduced to 4 platforms.
Okay.
Facebook,
Yep.
Twitter,
Yep.
Instagram,
Yes.
and Snapchat.
Yes.
Okay, now this question comes up a lot in just just talking with with people, and I was talking with one of my friends the other day, and he was talking about how he can't express himself on social media because he has to explain what he meant on everything. His lady friend, look, what is it? Asking for a friend? I'm talking about a friend right here.
Yeah.
Lady friend always thinks he's either subliminally taking pop shots at her, subliminally flirting, you know what I'm saying, or doing something he shouldn't be doing.
Pictures or something.
Yeah, right. Like he has to account for every tap of a button on social media, right?
Right.
So, the only solution I could think of in life, if you're in a relationship and you both like social media, is y'all will have to draft social media. And is this a good idea or is this a bad idea? Sweetheart, you take 2, and I'm gonna take 2. You stay off of my 2, and I'll stay off of your 2. Granted, no fake accounts, because here's the thing: the fake accounts, you're not going to be able to contain yourself.
Okay.
You would agree there too.
Sure.
Even if you did a fake account on Snap and saw Charity liking Big Body Brian,
okay,
right? You're not going to be able to contain that. You're gonna go home and say, Charity, I made a fake account, and you liking Big Body Brian. every
Body Brian.
Every morning is getting under my skin.
If I did that, I mean, I say he chose like Instagram.
Okay. And you have to have a draft. So you're not going to be able to do like you tried to do in the earlier conversation and just take the 2 you want. First of all, Lily, you have to say, I would draft this, and I think Guy, imaginary boyfriend or whatever, was hypothetical boyfriend, would draft who? You can have first pick.
I don't know, because regardless, I'm gonna make a fake account and see and monitor what he does.
Did you just say that on air?
Yes.
You don't have what kind of relationship is this where you don't have the discipline to make an agreement that, listen, no, I want to be free on my social media, but I want to monitor your. That's defeating the whole purpose.
Okay, it does. Okay, so I would do.
But you did just acknowledge that you don't care about the rules. Keep going.
I don't care. Because I mean, don't lie. You would do it too.
Absolutely. You know what this feels like? This feels like the argument that I had with Gibbs probably 18 years ago, right?
Right.
He found out that his lady went to a Chico DeBarge concert and had backstage passes that he was completely unaware of, right? And I said, how did you find this out? And he said, I went through her purse. and I was like, wait a minute, you're a purse diver? He was like,
the worst.
What do you mean?
It's the worst.
Right? I mean, she's no longer in the picture, so the story won't hurt his feelings. But I've never been a purse diver. I can't bring myself to do it.
No, I couldn't either.
Going in a girl's purse that's crossing the line.
Oh, but spying on his social media is great.
Listen,
you're putting stuff out there for everybody to see.
Making fake accounts to catch your boyfriend doing something is the new purse diving.
Okay.
I like that. Thank you.
You can't do that. Okay, so draft.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Go ahead. What would you take?
I told Marcus Snapchat and Instagram.
No, you. Listen, first of all, for people who are not familiar, the reason she chose Snapchat first, and she admitted this, because the messages disappear on Snapchat, which is a horrible thing. It even marks you if somebody takes a screenshot of what you just sent them. They alert you.
No, it's like,
yo, dog.
It sends you a thing.
You just got screenshotted.
The girl you're talking to is not.
You can't catch me lacking.
Listen,
you can't screenshot me, and if you screenshot me, I'm a no.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
the point.
Because
that's why you chose Snapchat first.
Snapchat is like, hey, homie, the girl that you're trying to cheat with is screenshotting you. She's not a good cheater, buddy.
Abort mission now.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you chose Snapchat first, hypothetical boyfriend, what do you think he would choose first? Just out of your history, if you just combine all exes and make them the same person, who did they draft next?
Out of, from my past experience, what I would say is my hypothetical boyfriend would probably choose Instagram because he follows all his Instagram models on there.
See, now I'm starting to like, am I manly enough? Because when I'm like, oh, Twitter.
Right.
I gotta have my news.
No, I think the guys like Instagram more.
It's funny you say that. I asked Nicky Valvano about it, and he's like, no, man, I got to keep myself away from Twitter. I mean, I'm sorry, from Instagram. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah,
That's
man.
what I get caught up at.
I can't.
Liking all those little girls' pictures.
Listen, I cannot.
She sounds so experienced with this argument, Steve.
Lily's hypothetical boyfriend is becoming more real by the moment.
He's in trouble. He's in trouble at 12:01.
Listen,
What you doing?
Yeah, like, dude. So listen, here's the thing. I would have to have Twitter. I would have. I can't. I'm sorry. Like I can't function without.
But here's the thing. You wouldn't just. Wouldn't you just draft Instagram because you know you want to block Instagram because you know you can survive and you know she's not going to choose Twitter?
Yeah, but I'm like, here's my thing.
Like none of my hypotheticals are Twitter people, so I would take Instagram. I would take Snapchat first.
Yeah, but
just to get.
See, I disagree though.
Just
because
to block.
Listen. Here's where I'm a psychopath though, because on my gravestone it will probably say, yeah, boobs are great, but have you ever watched your team pull out a win in the last few seconds? It's way better.
There's nothing that can be replaced with watching Andy Sweeney and Patty Ice tweet about how Louisville didn't show up 4 minutes into the game.
And then they come.
And listen, and then that be the last tweet of the entire night when Louisville blows out Miami by 25. And then listen.
It's great.
Scrolling the
orgasmic.
walls. Scrolling the Twitter wall of people who are just mouthing off early in. Being able to go back through your history and say, look what you said about Satterfield and Louisville's team.
It's just the greatest.
You had them going 1-11.
Yeah. It doesn't get better. So I say, Twitter.
But I don't know many women that would rob me of my Twitter.
I don't know
I
any.
don't really care that. I mean, I use my Twitter, but I use my Instagram and Snapchat way more.
Fair.
Like I feel like I check my Snapchat a lot more to see what everybody's doing. And
Would you play
Fair
defense?
enough.
Would you play defense and take Instagram first to keep hypothetical boyfriend out the IG model DMs?
Yep, I'd do it.
Would you be scared that he would take Snapchat, or would you gamble that he won't take Snapchat? Because that's a big gamble. If you take Instagram just to block him, and he takes Snapchat, now he got disappearing messages. What's more of a threat to hypothetical boyfriend, the IG models or the disappearing messages?
I think the disappearing messages
is the biggest threat.
So, yeah. I'd say that's a bigger threat. Because, like I said, I mean, people know that if you screenshot, you're going to see it.
Steve, what's the biggest threat in a relationship? The IG models or the disappearing messages?
I mean, I don't. Well, for one,
but you're not a purse diver either, so
no, and IG
Ask
models.
Brian, is he a purse diver?
Are you a purse diver?
Has he ever looked in a girlfriend's purse in his life? What do you think, Steve?
Who, Brian?
Yeah.
No.
Brian has 100% went into a purse.
Have I ever looked in somebody's purse? I have no reason to look in a girl's purse.
Brian, you have never looked in it. Of course, no.
Brian
on air Brian versus the real Brian, Steve, are two different people.
I don't know. I don't need to look through it. I'm very confident in myself. I'm not worried about it.
Lily, people are enjoying your honesty right now on the Twitter line. Look, Texter wants to know where this conversation. I said it. This conversation is life.
Yeah.
So Lily would draft Snap first.
Snapchat, yep.
And you would try to get Instagram, but you think he would take Instagram. So then what would you take next?
I wouldn't.
Facebook or Twitter? Because Facebook does have the family element
I know,
to it.
that's what I'm thinking. Facebook is more of like my professional life update. And then Twitter's what I'm really thinking. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I said too.
Twitter is like what's really.
You do. Because like your pastor and your mom are on Facebook,
right?
So like you do run through your mind what you're doing on Facebook a little bit more as opposed to Twitter.
Yeah, that's short as you can.
Yeah.
Twitter is just like a main line of information.
Right.
All
Yeah,
day long.
100%. Yeah, so Twitter's more you just just let it out there.
Yeah, I would take Snap out of spite and Twitter out of because I need it in my life.
Yeah, Twitter. I would just take Twitter, and you can have the other 3. And I have all 4.
Right.
But I could give up the other 3.
Yeah, you're right.
I could
So
give
you
up the
think
other
you
3.
could give up everything but Twitter?
Yes, I could give up the other 3.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Me too. Like,
I think that Twitter, I just would have to have with my sports, man.
Like, news breaks so good on Twitter. Like,
yeah,
it does.
And ironically, you can confirm the trueness of a story through Twitter.
Yeah,
so much quicker than than real news.
I know. No, it's way better. It's just so yeah. No, I would go. That would be me. I mean, I can still, if I need to meet women, I can do it.
I can do it on Twitter. Right. Just a lot of women on Twitter too.
Send out the bat signal on Twitter.
Yeah, just what's popping. So here's the thing. There was another conversation that and thank you for being a good sport. The text line seemed to really enjoy it.
And sorry for whatever hypothetical guy did to you in the past.
We're not the same.
Okay, we're not going to get into that.
Oh no, trust me.
We'll never
We
bring
don't
that
want
up
to. Yeah, no. Yeah, that conversation
Wait a
said
minute.
enough.
Lily, hypothetical boyfriend.
Well, I'll tell you what. I take Instagram, so his little rear end isn't liking Instagram models all the time.
And
okay, all right.
And when she's not having that conversation, she's exercising 2 murder mysteries.
Crime podcast.
Right.
This is all tie into one.
I'm gonna go back through her history. I'm gonna find whoever this guy is, and I'm gonna call him.
You don't want to know that.
Hey, dude.
No.
Hey, dude. Get out of town now.
Okay. So here's the thing. The Georgia Tech spread is 6.5. Were you shocked by that?
A little bit. Kind of thought it'd be more than that.
Right?
But it is at Georgia Tech. But
I mean, they're like 11 and 12 though.
When I say more than that, I was like, man, Louisville beat. But 6.5, I guess, is
because that means you're saying 9. You're saying
you're
you're a
giving
9 point
them,
better team.
I guess
9.5. Home gives you a 3-point bump. You're right.
Yeah.
So they're saying the actual basketball team is 9.5, 10 points better. I'm listening.
Xavier went to the doctor this morning. He's almost 3 feet. Let's go.
Fair enough.
That means 4 feet away from the NBA.
Boy, you better stop playing around.
Elijah's only 2 feet away from the NBA.
Elijah, you better stop playing around.
I know. I tell him, when I take these pictures of Xavier like scowling, I tell you, I go straight Friday on Elijah. I'm like you said, I'm like, hey, this dude ain't playing.
You walk around here all day
you walk
playing.
around here falling around and stuff. This kid's over here. Look at this. I'm like, you need to pick it up. You have the skill. If Elijah didn't have the skill and the ability, I'd be like, oh man, hey, look,
you gave great effort.
You're gonna make a ton of money with your brain, because
great effort.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. You had fun. Okay, Texas says Georgia Tech hasn't lost by double digits. Also, okay,
yeah,
now that's a good justification.
That's a good one.
My first thought was the officiating. My first thought always goes to.
Oh, I called you and said, "Hey, who's officiating that game?" You said, "Wow, it's only 6.5 spread. What's up?" Jamie Lucky is the only name we know. I mean, it's
never a good thing when you know the
he's
ref.
Not terrible, but he's you still know him, so that means he's made some calls,
right? So here's the thing: Steve and I stumbled upon a interesting fact.
Mm-hmm.
Did you Google TV Teddy?
Yeah, because I was just trying to find if he was doing the game.
So here's what happened, people. I thought this was fascinating. In that article, it says something to the effect of the Big Ten has, disassociated, whatever the word is, crumbled, has torn up its agreement, to let TV Teddy.
Yeah, but back in 2018, basically the Big Ten said there's too many controversial calls here to, you can't.
What did you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we see it. I'm trying to pull up the article here just to give a little more.
Yeah, right. And like I said, people, we stumbled on the idea. Think about that. TV Teddy and the Big Ten, they actually said he can't referee in our league as a league. Like, how do you even do that? Is that like an athletic directors all come together and just say, we think he's doing too much?
Let me read you just a little bit here. It says the controversial college basketball official, nicknamed TV Teddy for his on-court antics that often put him in the center of game coverage, did not have his contract renewed by the conference. This was in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Asked whether it was his showmanship or his performance that factored in the decision not to bring him back, Big Ten officials said, we factor it all in. So, this was...
Yeah, we don't have to answer. We're not going to answer that question.
Right. Like, just, yes. And, yes. That's how we're going to answer that. So, yeah, I mean, it's just strictly...
Was it Bob Albano that was saying the coaches actually kind of like TV Teddy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought somebody said that, but I'm like, how is that possible?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he's a good communicator because, I don't know how he would have lasted this long.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? With all the showmanship, unless he's good, easy to.
Yeah, I know. I mean, but still, I mean, it's a little bit. I mean, it's a little much. It's a little much.
Mm-hmm.
And there's.
See, I just worry about the gambling spreads when they change when the moment.
Yeah, and I mean it's kind of to the point where, I mean, when you see him, it's like you see him on your game, and it's like your stomach drops. You're like, oh no, I mean like this is, and look, and here's the thing, I think it was Pittsburgh here maybe. He kind of helped us,
right?
And I didn't. You know what I mean?
He listen.
Like it was he got pissed off at the other team. You could tell, and he
Coach
started.
Cable.
I think it was Pittsburgh, and Louisville started getting about everything, but it still felt kind of like.
But my problem
feels dirty.
My problem is it feels like he just knows the spread a little too well.
Mm-hmm.
Like mathematically, it
agree
feels
100%.
like he knows the spread and he knows this game is supposed to be around this area. And it just ends up going that direction.
Yeah, I don't disagree, man. So yeah, it's at least something.
Enough for the ACC to come together and do the same thing.
Yeah, I would. I mean, gosh.
Or do the Blue Bloods like him because maybe they.
I'll tell you what, man. I don't know how that works with who swings the bigger stick with the ACC, but the way he screwed over Carolina down the stretch of that game.
Ooh.
I'm curious if Carolina has more pull than Duke or vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the type of game, like, you know how they say, you want to get the playoff extended, leave Bama out. Or no SEC team.
Yeah, when New Orleans is supposed to win, like now you're
Yep.
You got reviews of pass interferences.
Right. Yeah. So, it's one of them things where it's like, you leave SEC teams out, I guarantee you won't be 3 years. You'll be playing with 8.
Random Twitter read. Details on Michigan State's pursuit of UK recruiting ace Vince Marrow that you will not find any. Jeez, darn it! I almost read the advertisement.
I could care less about that. You can get as many players as you want there. You still can't coach them very well. So, okay.
But you would still like to see him go?
Who?
Vince Marrow.
I don't care, not one bit.
It's awesome.
That's a dirty couch. That's a really dirty couch. Yeah.
Last commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150 93.9 is the number on 939 The Ville.
Walk through history, char a barrel, and drink a cocktail. At Old Forester, we are far from your average tour. Experience the history of the only bourbon sold continuously for 150 years before, during, and after Prohibition. Old Forester Distilling Company offers tours and tastings Tuesday through Saturday at its home on Whiskey Row, 119 West Main Street. Follow the path of America's first bottled bourbon from grain to glass and see barrels handmade and fired in the on-site cooperage. Visit George's Bar at Old Forester Distilling Company, offering craft cocktails and flights from America's first bottled bourbon Tuesday through Saturday. Experience the history and production of bourbon in an immersive experience that's unlike any other at Old Forester Distilling Company, located on Whiskey Row at 119 West Main Street. Follow the path of the first bottled bourbon from grain to distillation to barreling, aging, and bottling. Following your tour, stop in George's Bar for a cocktail or flight of America's first bottled bourbon. Book your tour online today at oldforester.com. That's oldforester.com.
If you hear basketball's bouncing, that must mean the weather's getting colder, which also means you're getting ready to find out if your heating system is ready for the season ahead or headed to the bench. Right now from DFH, get 18-month special financing on a qualifying train system. It's hard to stop a train, and it's hard to not call DFH Company today at 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions, subject to credit approval.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Lang. When Matthew McConaughey plays you in a movie, as he did me in 2005's Two for the Money, you have to maintain a certain image. That's hard to do when you're going bald. I needed to do something, and it needed to be done fast. Parsley Waldman's Hair Center came to the rescue. Louisville and the Midwest Premier Hair Treatment Center not only gave me my hair back, but my self-confidence as well. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out how you can start your journey back to a full head of hair today. I can tell you firsthand, from the minute you walk in the door to the time you leave, you are treated as if you were in a 5-star hotel. And now that it's been a year since my surgery, I look back at pictures from a couple years ago, I don't even look like the same person. The procedure was an amazing success, and it has totally reframed my face. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out not only how affordable it is, but how you can get your hair back today. Visit hairsurgery.com, that's hairsurgery.com, and tell them Brandon Lang sent you.
Hey, this is Steve Rummage, and I have one question for you. What good is having that beautiful home with that beautiful view if you can't see through the grit and grime of your windows? Or every time you try to open them, it feels like an extensive workout. Let's face it, you and your home deserve better. That's why I'm here to tell you about Windows Plus. They have the best free lifetime transferable warranty, best installation in town, quality products, doors, windows, siding, and gutters. They've also been voted most efficient in 2019 and have an A-plus Better Business Bureau rating, including all 5-star reviews, which means they're exactly what you've been looking for. So go visit them at 11501 Plantside Drive in Louisville, Kentucky, or call 502-494-0120. Again, that's Windows Plus, so make the call.
Hey guys, Blue Halo Med Spa has a Valentine's Day special right now. Buy a $100 gift card and get a $20 bonus card and a box of chocolates for free. Call Blue Halo at 690-6029 or stop by 804 Old Bardstown Road, just off the Gene Snyder Freeway. Blue Halo Med Spa has a Valentine's Day special right now. Buy a $100 gift card and get a $20 bonus card and a box of chocolates for free. Call Blue Halo at 690-6029 or stop by 804 Old Bardstown Road, just off the Gene Snyder Freeway.
With UPS Future, you get seriously pumped. As a package handler, you'll have a great job. Starting pay is $14 per hour, and you can graduate debt-free with Metro College. We're also hiring CDL tractor-trailer drivers at $21 per hour and up. Find out what you'll become at upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
Follow the sports leader. We are ESPN Louisville. Download the ESPN Louisville app today. Delivered by UPS Jobs Kentucky.
Are you ready to sell your home? Well, there couldn't be a better time. Houses are going for top dollar and selling quickly. You need to call Jill Blessinger with Keller Williams. She has a team of professionals that will help you sell your home quickly and get the most for it. She is a professional home stager and photographer. And when you are ready to buy, she works with Becky Bleemel of Caliber Home Loans. She makes the loan process very simple. And if you mention you heard this on Middays with Marcus Maben or ESPN, your appraisal is absolutely free. So give Jill a call today at 502-773-0546. That's 502-773-0546. And let her help you today.
Hi, I'm Hannah Gist with Gist Piano Center. Whether it's tuning, moving, storage, appraisals, or complete restoration, we take care of all your piano needs. Try Gist Piano Center, trusted in Kentucky.
We always have our focus around here at ESPN Louisville. Not focus with an F, but with a PH.
Focus is our go-to drink when it's time for a pick-me-up around the office.
Focus is a naturally energizing caffeinated sparkling water, so it's free of any of the bad stuff you find in sodas and energy drinks.
So pick up a Focus around Louisville at places like Kroger, Lucky's, Rainbow Blossom, Heine Brothers, Paul's Fruit Market, and CVS. And save 15% when you use code ESPN15 at drinkfocus.com. PHOCUS. Try it today.
It's that time of year when you get a lot of uninvited and unwelcome guests. No, I'm not talking about your in-laws. I'm talking about germs. And if the flu, a sinus infection, earache, or other ailment strikes, Baptist Health Express and Urgent Care is here to help. We have convenient locations and extended hours to fit your busy schedule. You can even save your spot in line before you arrive. We'll help you get in, get care, and get on with your life. To save your spot in line online, visit BaptistHealthClinics.com.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville is broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services Studio. Now, here's Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben, 8150. 93.9 is the number, 939 is the station. Steve, do we have an athletic team?
Yes, we do.
That was abrupt.
Yes, and they're good.
The reason we brought this question up, this was last night watching the New Mexico
and
San Diego State.
Who was it?
San Diego State?
No, Jaquan Lyle in New Mexico.
Where did I know that name?
He's got to be 40.
Where did I know that name?
I saw somebody tweet last night. He committed to Louisville in June 2013. It's 2020.
Did we label him the snitch?
I think a lot of people did. Well, I think a lot of people labeled him as the gist guy. Like he's the gist of, well, I think the gist of it. Like, whatever. Good for you.
Did you read that story that they had a shooting at a party they threw? It makes me sick when the quote unquote, it makes me sick.
Darius Days, all these guys are playing, everybody's happy. I'm like, you know what? Stick it. I'm trying to win a championship. Do we have an athletic team? Yes. Let me tell you why. I send you a tweet last night. San Diego State guy in transition. Guy behind him.
Number 4 in the country, San Diego State.
Yeah, guy behind him, probably about 2-3 steps behind him, kind of close. Guy coming at an angle. Looks like guy doesn't accept the contract Marcus Maben talks about. Clear.
Right. The jump, we're going to meet at the rim. And
he runs right through through the goal. Guy goes up with one hand from San Diego State, dunks it in transition. That crowd and that sideline looked like it was
the best dunk there.
We just saw something we have never saw in this arena in my life.
Even Bill Walton was there.
Yeah. I've never witnessed something like I just witnessed. And I'm like, if that happens in the Yum Center, we're like, yeah, good dunk. Get back on defense. I mean, you may go, oh, let's go, baby.
How many players do we have that can do that right now?
Everybody but Ryan McMahon and Fresh Kimball. Fresh and Ryan. I'm not saying they can't dunk, but I'm saying what that guy did.
Malik.
That's literally it.
Malik has done it.
Yep.
Stephen Enoch has done it.
Mm-hmm. Jordan's done it.
Darius
has done it.
Darius has even done that.
And nastier.
Dwayne has done it.
Sam
has done it.
Yeah.
David Johnson has done it.
Jordan multiple times. I mean,
Aiden.
Do you think Quinn could do that?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a question. It's a question. I mean, he's 6'7". I mean, Quinn's a big dude. Like,
I'm gonna have to pay a little more attention to him in the layup line.
Sure, that's fair
next
enough.
time. Just because
fair enough.
I want to know what Quinn is working.
But
with.
I mean, everybody on the team. You think Josh Nickelberry can do that? Right. And they were like, and I'm like, that's what gets y'all up out of your seat. I mean, go look it up. It's on. I'll retweet it. I'll retweet it, and you'll have to check it out because it's
okay. Okay, you brought this up earlier. I'm ready to take my medicine, Steve.
Okay.
You said you had something in store for me.
I do. Actually, you know what? let me do that first.
I knew you were going to be sitting on that for a minute.
Do you know what this is?
I'm alley-ooping you, maybe.
Okay. Let me find it for sure.
This is Steve's response to my joy of talking about being a 2-page picture in the Sports Illustrated dunking over Syracuse guys. Or actually, I went dunking, but I was getting an and one.
Okay.
Having cornrows going and everything. Fly white uniform. Adidas was looking good.
Lucas Albach.
Our guy, Lucas Albach?
Our guy. Who is the best dunker at Louisville since Griff? Daryl Griffin points out Alvin Sims, Donovan Mitchell, and Terrence Williams as 3 of the best. Now, I'm going to start reading some comments. In a row. I'm not going to read, if they add commentary to it, I'm not going to add all. LeBradford Smith, Alvin Sims, Trez, Eric Sullivan, Trez, Eric Johnson, Russ Smith, Jerome Harmon, T. Will, Trez, Russ. Got to mention Marcus Maben. Trez.
Even the phrasing of that, that was such a charity. That was such a charity interjection, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Gotta mention Marcus Maben. I really like his show.
LeBradford Smith, Jerome Harmon, LeBradford Smith. Somebody did a poll, Read the Room, who they do a lot of the cool polls. Who was the best dunker since Louisville? Poll edition. Alvin Sims, Donovan Mitchell, Trez, or T. Will? Let's see. Somebody said Alvin Sims, Jerome Harmon, T. Will, LeBradford Smith, Donovan, Eric Sullivan, Marcus Maben, Trez, or Greg Minor. Trez. Andy Sweeney says Trez. Eric Johnson. Jerome Harmon. Somebody said McMahon's waiting for the right time to showcase his ability. Trez, Cornelius Holden, Kyle Couric. Great choices. Got to throw Marcus Maben in there too.
Why do they keep doing the donation mention?
Jerome Harmon. Lorenzo Wade was the best dunk misser. I agree with that. Trez.
Jerry Johnson, actually, but
fair enough. Alvin. Nothing wrong with these answers either. Like, let me be clear with that. Eric Johnson, Trez. Oh man, somebody said Derek Anderson. That's not cool. that's not cool. That was a good dunk.
That was an awesome dunk.
Peyton Siva. There's a lot of. I mean, I'm still rolling. Mitchell, Milt Wagner, Everett Sullivan, LeBradford Smith, Eric Johnson, LeBradford, and Maben. That was, don't forget LeBradford and Maben. Never mind.
God,
no. Somebody said, don't forget.
All these charity throw-ins.
T. Will, Trez.
Do they realize, I left the school, top 7 in all-time dunks?
Trez, Kyle Couric, Lorenzo Wade, if it had ever went in.
Like Brian. Look. Tell Brian to find the all-time dunk list.
Trez.
And see where I ended up at.
LeBradford.
All right, we're on it.
LeBradford, Trez, Shane. It's a new one. Mitchell, Lorenzo Wade, T. Will, Mitchell, Alvin, Trez, Jerome Harmon, Alvin Sims, Trez and Donovan Mitchell, LeBradford Smith, Shane Bohannon, LeBradford Smith and Trez, Russ Smith, Purvis Ellison, Kyle Couric, Jerome Harmon, LeBradford Smith. This one has LeBradford Smith, Jerome Harmon, Eric Johnson, Trez, Kyle Couric, Marcus Maben, Shane Bohannon,
There's
Alvin
no
Sims.
qualifier on that?
So
No qualifier.
247 has their top 5 Louisville dunkers, and they got Montrezl Harrell, Daryl Griffith, Purvis Ellison, Alvin Sims, and LeBradford Smith.
No, I need the all-time, like, in dunks.
And
how
Louisville
many
does keep
dunks?
that because Trez was the all-time leader in dunks. Trez, Kyle Couric, LeBradford Smith, and
Like most dunks all time Louisville.
final one, Trez. A lot of replies. There was 100 and some replies there.
So here's the problem, Steve.
Hold on. We have an inquiry.
I'm listening.
So, my Google search says most dunks of all time at Louisville.
Yes. You have a list.
Marcus Maben during Denny Crum's last star at Louisville. Marcus Maben with a sensational finisher who racked up 95 career dunks.
And where did that rank?
95. That's legit.
That means 95 times I done punched on a fool, and they.
You got 4 out of 100, and 3 of them were don't forgets.
Jesus.
Hey, y'all, don't forget about Marcus. Marcus has a really nice show.
Look. Yeah, they were 12 and 20, but
he's a great guy. If you see him at Applebee's, he'll take a picture with you.
I'm listening.
In the same quote, it does say, after it says that you had 95 career dunks, it says his total of 1,624 points places him 13th in Cards history.
Am I going to be that guy? I'm going to say the worst thing I ever said on radio. You know what I'm about to say, right? Brian, am I 13th?
You are 13th. I looked it up last time.
Brian.
Has it changed in the last week?
Go ahead.
Brian.
Are you 14th now?
Am I 13th?
Yes, you are.
Oh, God.
You get what I'm saying?
I know. I knew where you were going.
Catching what I'm throwing?
Yeah, Trez.
I'm picking up what you're putting down now.
Brian, am I still 13th?
He's asking if Trez's dunks count.
You're 14.
I mean, sometimes the history gets changed a little bit. That was the worst.
It's the worst. You're the worst.
Steve.
Yeah.
The problem is the big problem with all this conversation is I can't disagree.
No, listen. I was saying
can't disagree.
while I'm reading that, I want to make it clear these answers are good answers, man.
I mean,
you texter said honest. Hush your mouth.
Cause here's the
Hush
problem.
Your dirty fingers up. It's honest.
I came here because I like to watch Alvin Sims dunk.
Honest. I still can't get that out of my that.
I can't believe Honest was
7'2" hanging off the rim.
Lily, do you remember Honest hanging off the rim against Michigan in Indy? Do you remember that play in particular? Probably not.
I don't think I do know.
Let me tell you what happened. We're in Indy, in the tournament, in the second game of the tournament. Honest, who's 7'1".
Yeah, I had a couple classes with him. I mean, he's huge.
He was huge.
He tried to dunk the ball. He missed the dunk, and you know what he did?
What'd he do?
He hung on the rim with one hand, tried to grab the basketball with his left hand, and tried to bring it up and re-dunk it.
Worst moment of my life. Worst moment of my life.
I mean, you're 7 foot.
Worst
what?
moment in my life.
I don't get it.
And I liked Honest. Here's the thing. I actually like.
We loved his potential.
I liked Honest. I thought he was good. So that was the worst in setting in Banker's life with a bunch of Kentucky fans and Louisville fans
getting ready to play their game right after us.
And you have Bam Adebayo and my
and they're
centers
just staring at you. They're like,
I know.
And then
my
a guy asked
hanging
me
on the rim.
And then a guy asked me as I'm leaving.
That's the worst day.
The guy asked me, "Can he have my pass?"
It's the worst day.
I watched a 7'2" Honest hang on the rim, try to grab the basketball while he's still hanging on the rim, re-dunk it. He misses the re-dunk, and if people don't know this, when 7-footers hang on the rim, you realize how little space it is between his feet and the ground. Then you realize
there's like barely any.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like once you're dangling from the rim, his feet are like a foot and change, like 16 inches off the ground.
Do you know how that day started? That day started with me.
It's important we relive this at least once every 60 days.
12:31 a.m. Okay, I'm gonna go back even further than you're going back. At 12:31 a.m. in the morning,
at night before,
I'm in a hotel lobby.
It was probably later than that.
And now that he's gone, I'm gonna reveal a little bit, but not much, not all of it, but some. Talking about Rick Pitino's bowel movements with who?
I'm scared to ask.
Rick Pitino.
We're sitting with Rick.
How did this come about?
We're sitting in the lobby with it's me, Steve, Charity. Did I have a guest with me at that time?
Nope.
No. Okay, I didn't have a guest.
That was the other trip today.
Okay, so it's me. Think about this. In a side little lobby area, lounge area, it's me, Charity, Steve, and Coach Pitino. And what are we talking about?
How many times he used the bathroom the night before while he tried to sleep?
If it was just you telling me this, I don't know if I would believe you. But
Fair
the
enough.
fact that you're both there,
Yeah.
you both were there.
And keep in mind, his wife still loves Steve to this day because of that moment. Like when she's mad at Steve, she says, "You did have me over there sitting with Rick Pitino."
She's like, but Rick Pitino did acknowledge you guys and stop and talk to you for a while,
Right?
Yes.
And think about this, Lily. How mad was Steve when I said, "Hey, Coach, man, go get some sleep, man. You up way too late." Steve looked at me like I stole his dog.
It was terrible. Yeah, it was just terrible.
Dude, we're in the middle of an important conversation.
I know. I'm right.
Don't you know?
It was terrible. And then,
Okay,
all that.
continue with how your evening went.
That I go to sleep. My phone continues to buzz, and it's Marcus Maben. And I'm like...
And you don't even answer it.
And I'm like, dude, we got tournament game tomorrow, and I know I'm going to pick this up, and he's going to go, Michigan's going to kill us, man. And I'm like, dude, I already talked to you for last, so I go...
Lily, it's about 1:30 in the morning.
So I roll over and go to
What were
sleep.
you doing up?
Oh,
You didn't have any guests. What were you doing up?
Lily, you're going to learn more about me later on in life. But okay, keep going.
And we're going to take you to an NCAA tournament trip with us in the team hotel with all the people. And you'll see. It's a different, there's a lot of, nobody repeats what happens in this area going on. So, so I'm like, dude.
I'm calling him. I'm calling him.
Over and over. So anyways, I hear it ring like twice, and I'm like, I'm sleeping, whatever. So the next morning, I wake up to Marcus Maben in the lobby.
Having a coffee.
And find out that his car was towed. Yeah, his car was towed. He had to catch a cab to get to the tow yard to get his car back.
Listen. To anybody who ever wants to film a horror movie, there's a tow yard in Indianapolis, right? It's a tow yard with the crushed vehicles everywhere, and it has really, really bad, like it's almost like the streets are like third worldish, right?
Yeah, fair.
And
fair enough.
I am in some tow lot in downtown Indianapolis. You know what the light had in there? It had one of those lights with the pull string, and there was no light in there until
in the diners.
Yeah. So when I came up to the place, I had to go up this rickety ramp, right? And I looked in the office, and there's just like one old cigarette smoking clerk sitting at a desk, and I'm like, is this even a tow place, or is this a...
She was like, we got your car.
Yeah. You're not allowed to smoke in here,
Yeah.
right? Look, so It's one person. And I'm like, lady, you're not scared? Like, it's 2:30 in the morning. You got one light in this whole.
So you didn't wait till the next morning. You went.
They went and got it.
I'm going to get my car. Who we kidding? I'm in a nightmare place. There's no traffic. It's in the worst part of town. Steve didn't answer the phone. The cab as soon as I got the cab, they were just like, I was like, hey.
They were like, we're getting out of here, buddy. You're
Yeah,
on your own.
I don't know if this tow place is even open. It was just unreal. And then continue to tell the story after you see me.
Yeah.
When we're trying to make time.
So I see Marcus, and we're waiting to walk over we're going to go grab breakfast at Qdoba, and because it's on the way, because we're staying right next to Banker's Life, So we're going to go grab breakfast, and then we're going to go over there. So we're waiting and waiting.
And waiting.
And my wife is getting ready. Well, I told Marcus, I said, just wait right there. Wait right there. I'll be right back.
Look, psychopathically, he says, just wait right there. I'm gonna be right back. And I'm like, dude, it's all, I can see what's going on, right? Because he's pacing and he's looking at the clock, and I'm like, dude, it'll be. By the way, Phil, you know what you gotta do. Which Wednesday? We're gonna get that read.
Yeah.
Which Wednesday? I'm so excited about that. Phil, take care of me.
Yeah.
Okay, keep on.
Okay. So I go.
And I tell him it's okay, dude. Like, it's okay if we're if we're a little behind.
So I go up to the room. We will skip that story, and we'll come back to me and my wife are coming down the elevator.
He gets off the elevator carrying his wife's makeup bags. I am freaked out. She is freaked out. You know what I'm saying? Because it looked like, the look on his face was like he just went over there and took all her makeup, threw it in a bag, and said, let's go now. I was mortified when I saw.
You're getting ready at breakfast. Sorry.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. So we went, we had breakfast. Then I'm sitting in the arena watching Honest hang off the rim.
With UK fans.
So with UK fans.
After I watched
worst day,
a guy named
worst single 12 hours of my life.
After watching a guy named Mo Wagner just
shred up,
just torch my guy one-on-one, Dang Adele. I mean, just all night long. What does Pop say? All day, a foot up a dog's.
All day, just bang, bang, all day. Well, with that said, thanks to Jason and his team for bringing by Which to the ESPN Louisville studios. Two great locations at Old Brownsboro Crossing or 221 South Hurstbourne Parkway. Try the ESPN special. That's a large Which for just $6.80. Cater for the office like we do. Order for the family or grab a quick lunch. Order online today at whichwich.com or download the